We recently looked at how to find possible 1000x coins. They do exist, and we've seen people get those gains time and time again since the inception of cryptocurrency. Today, we're going to put all of this to good use and isolate 5 coins that could up to 1000x in the next parabolic altcoin season. Let's get it. What if I told you could buy one token and make daily passive income for multiple dApps and crypto platforms? And what if that token only had a 20,000 max supply ever? I bet you'd buy it. I know I did. Check out powermind.club and tell them BitBoy sent you. Welcome to BitBoyCrypto. If you would like daily crypto videos, make sure to hit that subscribe button. If you want to learn more about crypto or trading, then please make sure to join one or both of my Telegram chats, the Bit Squad or Bit Squad Traders. All right, guys, in today's video, we're going to be discussing 5 coins that could possibly 1000x in the next cycle. Now, these are coins you're going to want to get in on early, and no doubt about it. And look, we all have dreams of being rich, having Lambos, yachts, and heck, maybe even a private island. But facts are, you aren't going to be able to throw $100 in Bitcoin and make $1 million. And I know you guys, I know you guys real well. I know what you want. You guys sit there and complain in the comment section about clickbait and call me a moon boy, but the numbers do not lie. These top altcoin videos and price prediction videos get all the love. Why? Because you want to be a millionaire. Unfortunately, most of you are not in the position to be able to put enough money into the top coins to get the kind of returns that you're looking for. As early adopters and investors in cryptocurrency, however, you're basically playing a slightly rigged version of a casino table game. Being early in this game and researching is similar to counting cards in blackjack. It won't guarantee a winning session, but it does give you a huge advantage. But with that being said, it's still pretty hard to turn $5 into 100K at the casino even with an advantage. So a lot of you guys are simply trying to make a fortune out of virtually nothing. The only way you're going to be able to take a small amount of money and make enough to retire on is by going way down the list on CoinMarketCap. In my How to Find 1000x altcoins video from Monday, we looked at the best way to scan CoinMarketCap to find these gems. Today, we're going to put it into practice. None of these coins today are going to be above the top 200. So let's go ahead and spot 5 coins with 1000x potential. Our first stop is at 224, Velas token. I covered them last week in a video, but I'm going to show you why this project has a ton of potential. The first thing you notice here is the market cap. So let's be real here. At $84 million, a 1000x is probably out of reach. That would be a $84 billion market cap. But in a crazy bull run, if we can reach $10 trillion plus, 500x would not be out of the question. But I do know that this is a project you want on your radar. You see, CoinMarketCap has changed their ranking system, and at $84 million, Velas is sitting right outside of the top 200. But as they have several new major exchange listings coming soon, very likely this project will shoot all the way up from 234 to the top 75 or so. Then suddenly, people are going to be talking about it. Velas is the project from CoinPayments founder Alex Alexandrov. He turned CoinPayments into the #1 crypto retail solution as they help companies accept over 1,500 different cryptocurrencies. The point is, this guy knows what he's doing and has all of the connections someone could possibly want in this space. This is essentially a brand new project that's not been around for very long, which is why unless you watched my video last week, you wouldn't have even heard of it. But you need to get used to it because it is on the rise, as you can see from the chart here. In a year from now, I'm positive Velas is going to be a huge player in the game that will give early investors huge returns on their investment. Next, I'm going with WazirX, coming in at number 294. As these market caps shrink, the math to get to a multi-billion-dollar market cap gets smaller and smaller. So what we're looking for are projects that have a lot of potential, and we can feasibly see them getting to those kinds of numbers. And when it comes to potential, there aren't many projects out there with the type of potential that WazirX has. You see, this coin accompanies the WazirX exchange, an Indian exchange. If you're unaware, in about 4 years or less, India is actually supposed to outgrow the population of China. India has had a lot of laws and regulatory problems aimed at halting crypto trading, but recently they did let up on some of those. And once crypto becomes accepted in the world, most likely in the next 2 years, Indian crypto trading will blow up. We're talking over 1 billion people. The potential for the now Binance-owned WazirX is humongous. And that's right, the biggest exchange in the world, Binance, recently acquired WazirX. That should really put into perspective what Binance is thinking in regards to the Indian market. Hint, it's gonna be big. Third, I'm going with LBRY. Now, this is a platform I love due to its simplicity of uploading. LBRY is a decentralized video platform that many content creators are now uploading on. The coin library is what content creators and viewers get rewarded with. And out of all of the decentralized video platforms, I believe this is the best one. One thing I really like about it is that it automatically uploads all my YouTube videos there, so I don't even have to manually go through that process. And that's been the big problem with these platforms in the past. The 20 minutes it takes to manually upload on a ton of different platforms just isn't worth it in my opinion. I just don't have that much time in my day. But I do support decentralization, and I want to actively participate in these platforms, and Library makes it easy. They actually sent me a care package a few months ago with a creator certificate and a thumb drive, which at the time was about worth $1,200 in library coins. Now, the instructions were that they were time locked and I can't remove them for 2 years, which I'm totally good with because I fully expect Library to be the #1 decentralized video platform. The more YouTube censors content, the more people will go there to watch crypto videos. And at some point, we may see a rush of people from other niches who lose their channels as well. I think Library can actually arise as a YouTube competitor, which is why I'm picking it here. Fourth, I'm going with an up-and-coming DeFi project that launched in December, Teller. Now, I did mention to you guys in my video Monday that the Teller volume is a little odd because it's more than their market cap. And looking over the volume over the past few months, it is a little sketch to be sure. But a little deeper research here into the CoinMarketCap confidence ratings shows that much of that volume are on reputable exchanges, IDEX, Hotbit, Who, and Bilaxy. There's a high confidence in those numbers, and when you take away the low confidence exchange numbers, the Teller volume seems to check out a lot better. Teller is actually a decentralized oracle for DeFi, and there's a big argument surrounding Chainlink on whether or not Link's oracles are actually decentralized, and when you dig deep into it, they actually aren't decentralized. That's the truth. Link, though, is so far ahead of the game that it's really irrelevant at this point for their price, so no use arguing in it. But Teller is actually doing truly decentralized oracles, and interestingly enough, I had the opportunity to sit down with the Teller team a while back for an interview about 9 months ago at a conference. Now, the conference never released any of the interviews I did, so I don't have access to it to show you. And it was not a paid interview either. But I got the sense from this interview that Teller would be a major player in the DeFi space. They're smart and professional people behind this project, and it has made leaps and bounds just since I did that interview. I look forward to continue pushing the decentralized Oracle path. And hey, we know how profitable Oracle creation has been for Chainlink. Teller would just need a sliver of that game in order to head to the moon. Lastly, we are heading way down CMC into uncharted territory as we look at EDI coming in just a few inches above the basement as the number 2,256 crypto. This is a project so new, a lot of people don't even know it exists, launched in April. But it has a lot of things going on under the surface that could make this the biggest moonshot of all. Launched back in April, EDI is the token for the Freight Trust and Clearing Network. I'm sure you're very familiar with that. I'm just kidding. I know you don't know what it is, so I'm going to tell you. You guys remember those old UPS commercials where they talk so much about logistics? That's because shipping and supply chain management takes a lot of work to operate at a large scale. Internally, for trucking companies, delivery services, trains, and freight liners, logistics can be a nightmare. EDI is making all of that much easier and probably more importantly, automated for the trucking industry, which will be good since they'll all be driven by robots in 10 years. But why do I think this is such a big moonshot? Well, just look no further than the Ethereum baseline protocol. Back in March, 14 organizations announced their vision for this protocol that uses Ethereum as its common frame of reference. It was overseen by the Ethereum Oasis project, which is plugged into some of the biggest players in crypto, including Microsoft, AMD, Maker, Chainlink, and Unibright. But here's the thing. EDI is becoming integrated as we speak with the baseline protocol. Anything involved with this protocol has turned to gold, and I expect EDI to as well. Now, this information isn't even really public yet. It hasn't been in a press release, hasn't been announced. But a quick look at their GitHub shows the evidence of this integration. I would hop on this one ASAP. And I hope you guys are listening to these calls. After my video on Monday, Nimic pumped 60% after already being on a hot streak. Many of you guys have asked me, where can I buy these coins? Guys, I can't hold your hand. I can't answer all of the emails and messages I get on a daily basis. But what I can do is tell you that all you have to do to find where to buy these coins, head over to CoinMarketCap and click Market Pairs to see where you can pick these coins up at. And I would suggest trying to find the most reputable on that list with the most volume, create an account if you don't have one, and pick the coins up that way. But now it's your turn. What coins do you think could possibly 1000x? Drop those thoughts down below. And I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure to smash the like button and hit subscribe to become a member of the Bit Squad. Thank you so much for watching. Have a blessed day. BitBoy out.